The video opens with a big wedding hall filled with bright lights and colorful flowers. Guests are smiling, music is playing softly, and everyone is waiting for the groom, Mr. Ahmed, to marry Sophia. People are talking, laughing, and taking pictures because it is supposed to be a happy day. But something feels strange in the air, like a quiet tension that nobody can understand. Even though the hall looks beautiful, there is a heavy feeling hiding behind the smiles. Mr. Ahmed stands near the front, dressed in a clean white sherwani, looking calm and ready. But his 10-year-old son, Ali, sits alone in the front row with a nervous face. He is small, with big eyes full of fear, and his little hands keep shaking. Ali keeps looking at his father, then at Sophia, and then at the floor, like something is bothering him. He tries to control his breath, but it keeps coming fast, and his heart is beating too loudly inside his chest. No one around him notices his fear because they are busy enjoying the wedding atmosphere. Only Ali knows that something is not right. He can feel it deep inside. The narrator explains that Ali has been carrying a secret for the last 3 days. A secret that he doesn't fully understand. A secret that someone forced into his hands and into his young mind. He keeps touching the small folded paper inside his pocket. That small paper feels heavier than anything he has ever held. He wants to tell his father, but he is scared. He wants to run away, but he cannot. His eyes suddenly rise as he sees a man standing near the main door of the hall. The man is wearing a dark suit and has a cold expression on his face. He looks directly at Ali. Their eyes meet for a moment, and the man gives a very small nod, almost invisible to others, but clear enough for the boy. Ali's body becomes stiff. He feels like he cannot move. His heartbeat becomes louder than the wedding music. He remembers that same man from 3 days ago, when he had stopped Ali outside his school and handed him the folded paper. The man had said only one thing in a low, scary voice: "Give this message to your father, before it is too late." After that, he had disappeared. Ali didn't understand what the message meant or who that man was. But now, seeing him at the wedding, he feels a strong fear take over his whole body. Meanwhile, the guests continue smiling, taking selfies, and waiting for the bride to enter. Mr. Ahmed also tries to calm Ali with a warm smile from a distance, but Ali does not smile back. He cannot. Something inside him is telling him that today is not as simple as a wedding day. Today something big will happen, something that will change everything. Sophia, the bride, enters the hall with her friends around her. She is wearing a beautiful dress and looks very happy. But when her eyes meet Ali's, she notices something strange. The boy is staring at her with a worried face, like he is trying to understand something about her. Her smile fades just a little, but she continues walking toward the stage. She thinks maybe Ali is just nervous because his father is getting married again. She tries to ignore the feeling, but somewhere deep inside, she also feels that something is not normal today. As the ceremony begins, the priest asks everyone to settle down. The music becomes softer. The hall becomes quiet. Everyone's eyes turn toward the couple. Mr. Ahmed steps forward with confidence, but Ali suddenly feels his throat tighten. He cannot sit anymore. His legs feel heavy, but he forces himself to stand. Guests near him turn their heads, confused. Why is the little boy standing alone in the middle of the ceremony? Even Mr. Ahmed notices him and looks slightly surprised. Sophia looks worried because she has never seen Ali look this scared. Ali tries to speak, but his voice is stuck. His lips shake. His eyes start to water. Finally, with all the courage he has, he says, "Dad, wait." His voice is small but sharp in the silent hall. Everyone hears it. The whispers begin. People look at each other. Some smile awkwardly, thinking it's just a child being emotional. But Ali's face shows something different, real fear. Mr. Ahmed walks toward him, confused. "Ali, what happened, son?" he asks softly. But before Ali can answer, he looks again toward the door. The mysterious man is still standing there, watching. Ali feels cold. He remembers the man's warning. He remembers the message he hid in his pocket. He knows he cannot stay silent anymore. He slowly pulls out the folded paper with shaking fingers. The guests stop whispering and begin staring, waiting to see what the boy will do. Even the music stops. The entire hall is now focused on Ali, the small boy with scared eyes and a trembling hand. He opens his mouth again, this time louder. "Dad, something is wrong." The screen slowly fades to black, leaving the audience in suspense about what secret Ali is holding, and why this moment might change the entire wedding. After Ali shouted, "Dad, something is wrong," the entire wedding hall went silent. All the smiles, laughter, and music stopped suddenly. Guests looked at each other with confused and shocked expressions. Sophia froze in her place, her beautiful dress shimmering under the lights, but her face had lost all color. Mr. Ahmed's heart skipped a beat. He quickly walked toward his son, his face a mixture of worry and confusion. "Ali, what is it, son? Calm down and tell me," he said softly, kneeling in front of the boy. Ali looked at his father, then at the guests, then down at the paper in his small hand. His fingers were shaking, and the paper seemed too heavy for him to hold. His lips trembled, and he could hardly speak. I got a message, a warning, about today," he stammered. He tried to explain, but the words stuck in his throat. The guests whispered among themselves. Some parents tried to calm their children. Some older relatives frowned, unsure if they should intervene. Sophia's friends looked nervously at her. She placed a hand over her mouth, trying to control her rising panic. "Ali, show me the paper," Mr. Ahmed said gently. Ali slowly pulled out the folded paper and held it out. He could feel every eye on him, but he did not care anymore. Something inside told him this secret must come out. Mr. Ahmed took the paper with careful hands and opened it. His face changed instantly. His calm expression disappeared, replaced by shock, fear, and confusion. The narrator explains that Ali had received this paper 3 days ago from a mysterious man who had appeared outside the school. The man's warning had been simple but chilling: "Give this to your father before it is too late. Today, danger comes hidden in happiness." At first, Ali had been too scared to understand. But now, holding the paper during his father's wedding, the warning suddenly felt real and terrifying. He felt a shiver run down his spine. His small chest rose and fell quickly as he tried to explain what had happened. "Dad, the man, he said something bad will happen if the wedding continues," Ali said, his voice breaking. Sophia's face turned pale. Her hand shook as she reached for Mr. Ahmed's arm, whispering softly, "Ahmed, what is happening?" Mr. Ahmed looked at her, then at Ali, trying to understand the truth. He had no idea that such a danger might exist in what was supposed to be the happiest day of his life. Ali's eyes darted to the hall's main door. The mysterious man was standing there again, watching quietly, like a shadow waiting for the right moment. Ali's heartbeat pounded faster. He remembered the man's cold eyes and low voice from 3 days ago. Now the fear he felt before had returned, stronger than ever. Guests began murmuring loudly. Some wondered if Ali was playing a trick, while others realized something serious was happening. Mr. Ahmed took a deep breath and turned to Sophia. "Sophia, who is he? What is going on?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. Sophia swallowed hard, her eyes full of worry. She did not want to speak in front of the entire hall, but she knew the truth could not stay hidden any longer. Slowly, she whispered, almost trembling, "Ahmed, it's my ex-husband. He doesn't want this wedding. He is dangerous." Mr. Ahmed's mind raced. He looked at Ali and then back at Sophia. He wanted to protect his son and himself, but he also wanted to believe Sophia. "Ali, are you sure this man came here? Did he really give you this warning?" he asked. Ali nodded, tears rolling down his cheeks. "Yes, Dad, he warned me. He said someone could get hurt today if the wedding continues," Ali replied, his voice shaking but strong enough to be heard by everyone in the hall. The tension in the room increased. Guests whispered quickly, some moving closer to hear better, some stepping back, scared. Sophia's friends held her hands tightly. She started crying silently, realizing that her past had returned to the present in the worst possible way. Mr. Ahmed looked at the door, and the man was gone. For a moment, there was silence again, only the soft sound of Ali's breathing. Everyone waited for Mr. Ahmed to react. Then Mr. Ahmed turned to Ali and hugged him tightly. "Thank you, son," he whispered. "You did the right thing. We need to find the truth before anything else happens." Ali felt relief in that hug. He had been scared, but now he felt safe with his father's support. The guests watched silently, realizing that this was no ordinary wedding. Something serious, hidden, and dangerous had been revealed. Sophia wiped her tears and looked at Mr. Ahmed, hoping he would believe her. She knew it was risky to trust anyone now, but the boy's courage had changed everything. The narrator adds that sometimes, even a child's voice can stop a great event and reveal secrets that adults have ignored. Ali's courage had brought hidden dangers to light before it was too late. The wedding hall, which had been full of joy and excitement just moments ago, now held a quiet, tense energy. Everyone understood that something big and important was about to unfold. Mr. Ahmed looked at his son with pride, then at Sophia with a careful gaze, and finally back toward the hall doors, silently preparing for what would happen next. The screen slowly fades, leaving the audience in suspense, eager to see how the truth will come out and what decision Mr. Ahmed will make to protect his family. The wedding hall was silent, the bright lights now feeling cold and heavy. Everyone looked at Ali and Mr. Ahmed, waiting to see what would happen next. Ali's small hands were still shaking, and the folded paper in his pocket felt heavier than ever. Sophia stood frozen, her face pale, her eyes darting nervously toward the entrance, fearing the shadow of her past. The guests whispered among themselves. No one had ever seen a wedding like this, full of fear and tension instead of joy. Ali finally gathered all his courage. He held the paper tightly and slowly opened it. His hands trembled so much that the words blurred in front of him. But he could make out a single, short message written in sharp letters. Your father is not safe. Stop the wedding. Ali's heart skipped a beat. His small voice shook as he read the words aloud. Dad, it says, you're not safe. I don't know what it means, but the man, he warned me. His eyes filled with tears, and he looked toward the hall doors. But the man who had given him the paper was gone again. Only the fear remained. Mr. Ahmed's face turned pale. He felt a cold shiver run down his spine. He never imagined that his happiest day could suddenly become dangerous. He looked at Sophia, confused and hurt. Sophia, what is happening? He asked in a low, serious voice. Sophia's lips quivered. She had tried to hide this truth for years, but now she realized it could no longer stay hidden. She took a deep breath and whispered, almost in a panic, Ahmed, it's my ex-husband. He is dangerous. I didn't tell you before because I thought it was over, but he threatened me. He said he would ruin everything if I ever married again. The words hit Mr. Ahmed like a lightning bolt. His heart pounded. He looked at Ali, who was holding onto his father's hand tightly, his small face full of fear. He realized that his son had been carrying this warning alone, scared and confused. He felt a wave of pride mixed with anger, pride for Ali's courage and anger at the danger lurking from Sophia's past. Guests were now whispering rapidly. Some were shocked, some were scared, and others tried to stay calm. Sophia's friends tried to comfort her, but even they did not fully understand the danger. Everyone could feel the tension, like a thick cloud hanging over the wedding hall. No one moved, even the music had stopped completely. The wedding, which had started as a day of happiness, now felt like a storm waiting to break. Suddenly, a shadow appeared at the main door. The mysterious man was back. He was dressed in dark clothes, his face hard and unreadable. He took a few steps toward the hall, but security quickly blocked him. The man shouted loudly, his voice full of anger, Ahmed, stop this wedding. She will destroy your life just like she destroyed mine. His words echoed in the hall. Guests gasped, some taking a step back in fear. Sophia froze completely, tears rolling down her cheeks. Ali buried his face in his father's chest, scared and shaking. Mr. Ahmed stayed calm on the outside, but inside, his mind was racing. He wanted to protect Ali, but he also wanted to understand the full truth. He turned to Sophia. Is this true? Did he do something bad to you before? He asked, his voice steady but firm. Sophia nodded, trembling. Yes, he tried to control my life. He threatened me. I thought I could leave it behind, but today he came back. Ali looked up at his father, still frightened, but trusting. He wanted to say more, but his words failed. His little hands clutched his father's shirt tightly. Mr. Ahmed hugged him and whispered, It's okay, son. We'll figure this out together. The boy felt a small comfort in that hug. Even though the danger was real, he knew that his father was there to protect him. The man outside shouted again, but this time the security forced him back. The hall grew tense. No one knew what he might do next. Sophia's ex-husband was dangerous, and he was determined to ruin the wedding. The guests could feel the fear, and even the decorations and flowers now seemed like they were watching silently. Mr. Ahmed realized that this was no ordinary day, and he needed to act carefully. He looked at Ali and Sophia. Both were scared, but both were counting on him. His heart ached, knowing the happiness of the day was threatened, but he also knew that courage and truth were more important than any wedding celebration. The narrator adds that sometimes, lies and secrets can hide for years, waiting for the right moment to surface. Today, Ali's small voice had brought that hidden danger into the open. The wedding hall, once full of joy, was now filled with tension, fear, and anticipation. Everyone understood that the next few moments could change their lives forever. Mr. Ahmed looked toward the hall doors again, taking a deep breath, ready to face the man and protect his family at any cost. The screen slowly fades to black, leaving the audience in suspense, wondering what Mr. Ahmed will do next, whether the wedding will continue, and what danger Sophia's past truly holds. The wedding hall felt heavy and quiet, like the air itself was holding its breath. Mr. Ahmed stood at the center, looking at Sophia, at Ali, and at the empty door where the mysterious man had vanished. His heart pounded, but his mind was sharp. He knew that today, nothing would go as planned. The happiness he had imagined, the smiles, the music, and the beautiful decorations, all seemed distant and unimportant now. His son's safety and the truth mattered more than anything else. Sophia's face was pale, her hands shaking. She tried to explain her past, her voice trembling. Ahmed, I didn't tell you everything before. I thought it was over. I thought he could never find me. But my ex-husband, he doesn't want me to be happy. He threatens me, and he can be very dangerous. She looked at Ali, who was holding his father's hand tightly, and then back at Ahmed. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I didn't want to ruin this day, but now you know. Mr. Ahmed felt a mix of anger, fear, and confusion. He looked at Ali and saw the worry in his son's eyes. The boy had been carrying a heavy secret alone, scared and uncertain. Now Ahmed realized that even the smallest voice can be the loudest truth. He turned back to Sophia. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Why did you keep this secret? His voice was calm, but there was a sharp edge to it. Sophia's tears flowed freely. I was afraid. I didn't want to hurt you, or Ali. I thought I could handle it alone. I thought he would leave us alone. I didn't want my past to destroy our happiness. Her voice broke, and she buried her face in her hands. Ali's small shoulders shook as he hugged her arm. He felt both scared and sad. The danger was real, but he also wanted Sophia to be safe. The guests were silent, some whispering among themselves, others staring at the unfolding drama. They realized that this wedding was not just about two people getting married, it was now about courage, truth, and survival. The atmosphere had changed completely. No music, no laughter, only the tension of fear and anticipation. Suddenly, the hall doors opened again, and the man appeared once more. He walked toward the hall slowly, confidently, but security moved quickly to block him. Ahmed! You don't understand. She will destroy your life, he shouted. His voice was cold, filled with anger and threat. Guests gasped, some stepping back in fear. Sophia's friends grabbed her hands, afraid and confused. Ali held his father tighter, feeling his heartbeat in his chest. Mr. Ahmed took a deep breath. He knew that fear could not control him. He had to face the reality, protect his son, and uncover the truth. He looked at the man firmly and said, I don't know what you think you can do, but today I choose my family over everything. Ali and I are not afraid of your threats. His voice echoed in the hall. Ali felt a small wave of relief, knowing his father was strong. Sophia's eyes filled with tears. She wanted to run to him, to hide from the danger she had brought unknowingly. But Ahmed held his ground. Today, this wedding will not continue until the truth is clear. I will protect my son, and I will protect the people I care about, he said firmly. The guests realized that Ahmed's words were not just about stopping the wedding, they were about courage, about standing up to danger, and about choosing family over fear. The man outside shouted again, but security kept him at a distance. The hall's silence returned, but it was heavy with tension. Every guest could feel that something important had happened. Mr. Ahmed looked at Sophia and said softly, You must tell me everything, the whole truth, so we can be safe. No more hiding. Sophia nodded, trembling. She realized that hiding the past had not helped, it had only brought danger closer. Ali, still holding his father's hand, looked at both of them. He felt proud that his voice had stopped something dangerous from happening. He had been scared, but he had done the right thing. He understood that sometimes, even a child can change the course of events when adults are too blind to see the danger. The narrator explains that today, the wedding hall had transformed from a place of celebration into a place of revelation. Lies and hidden threats had come to light. Ali's courage had forced the adults to face a reality they were not ready for. The mysterious man's shadow was still there, waiting outside, but the family inside was beginning to act together, ready to face whatever came next. Mr. Ahmed took Ali in his arms briefly and whispered, "You did well, son. You are brave." Ali felt a warmth in his chest despite the fear. Sophia wiped her tears and took a deep breath. She knew that the next steps would decide all their futures. Together, with courage and honesty, they could face the danger and protect each other. The screen slowly fades to black, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, wondering what Mr. Ahmed's next move will be and whether the family can survive the threat lurking outside. The wedding hall was filled with silence. The music, the laughter, and the celebration were gone, replaced by tension and fear. Guests sat quietly, watching as Mr. Ahmed stood in the middle of the hall, his eyes fixed on Sophia and Ali. His heart was heavy, but his mind was clear. He knew that today, he had to make a decision, not for the wedding, not for himself, but for the safety of his family. Ali, still clutching his father's hand, looked up at him with trust and hope. The small boy's face was pale, but his eyes were strong. He had revealed the secret, faced the fear, and now he waited for his father to protect them. Mr. Ahmed felt a deep sense of responsibility. He could not allow anyone, no matter how dangerous, to hurt his son. He could not let lies and threats control his family's life. Sophia's hands were shaking as she stood beside Ahmed. Tears ran down her face, and her voice trembled as she whispered, "Ahmed, I am sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just wanted a new life, a happy life with you." Her eyes searched his face, hoping he would understand her fear and her pain. Ahmed took a deep breath. He knew she had been honest now, and that honesty was more valuable than any wedding ceremony. The guests could feel the tension rising. They whispered quietly, some afraid, some curious. Security had kept the dangerous man outside, but no one knew if he would try to return. Ahmed realized that the wedding could not continue today, not with a threat hanging over their heads. He looked at Ali, who was holding on to his sleeve tightly. "Son, you were very brave today," Ahmed said softly. "You spoke the truth when it mattered most. That courage is more important than anything else." Ali's lips curved into a small, shaky smile. He felt proud, even in fear. Ahmed then looked at Sophia and spoke firmly, but with kindness. "Sophia, I believe you. You told me the truth. But today, no wedding will happen until we are safe. I will protect my son. I will protect us. That is more important than any celebration." Sophia nodded, tears streaming down her cheeks, feeling both relief and sadness. She understood that Ahmed's decision was right. Safety and truth came before love and celebration. The mysterious man outside shouted again, but security blocked him. He could not reach them. Ahmed pulled out his phone and made a call. His voice was calm but decisive. "Yes, police. There is a man threatening my family. Please send help immediately. My son and my wife are in danger." As he spoke, the guests could see the strength in him. He was no longer just a groom, he was a protector, a father, a man making the right choice in the face of danger. Ali held onto his father's hand tightly, feeling the warmth and safety. He realized that his fear had led to courage, and his courage had saved them. Sophia stepped closer to Ahmed, holding his arm. She knew that this moment, though painful, was the true test of their lives. The happiness of a wedding was small compared to the life of a family, and Ahmed understood that completely. Slowly, the hall's atmosphere began to change. Guests whispered less and watched more. They understood that this was not just a story of a wedding, it was a story of bravery, honesty, and love for family. The dangerous man outside could shout all he wanted, but inside the hall, courage and truth had taken control. The police arrived soon after, taking the man away. The threat was gone for now. Ahmed looked at Ali and Sophia, feeling a sense of relief, though the tension of the day remained. He hugged his son tightly and whispered, "You were brave, Ali. Today, we learned that courage can save lives, and honesty can protect families." Ali hugged back, feeling proud and safe. Sophia stepped closer, tears mixing with relief, and Ahmed held her hand gently. The narrator adds that sometimes life does not follow the path we imagine. A wedding may be planned with joy and celebration, but the true test comes when fear and truth collide. Ahmed had made a life-changing decision, choosing family and safety over ceremony. Ali had learned that even a child's voice can change the course of events. Sophia had learned that honesty, no matter how late, could protect those you love. The camera pans over the hall, now quiet but calm. Flowers and lights shine softly, reflecting the new hope that courage and truth have brought. Ahmed, Ali, and Sophia stand together, facing the future, not just as a wedding couple, but as a family stronger than any threat. The audience is left with the message that bravery, honesty, and love are stronger than fear, lies, and danger. The screen slowly fades to black, leaving viewers with a lasting emotional impact, a story of a young boy's courage, a father's protective love, and the life-changing choices that define a family.